Hello everyone, welcome to our channel Gateway to IT. In this video, first we will be adding an additional network adapter to the TrueNAS VM for our testing of multipathing concepts in VMware ESXi, and then we will be configuring some basic settings on our TrueNAS storage VM using the Web GUI. So let's get started. So in order to add the network adapter, I need I know the IP address for the TrueNAS devices. Let me open the web interface. The IP address for the TrueNAS device is HTTPS. It is HTTP, and the IP address is 10.1.1.15. So as soon as I click on that, I browse that, I get the sign in screen. I select my root and username password that I provided at the time of configuration of this TrueNAS device, and then I click on log on. Once I click on log on, I need to select the power button and shut it down. From there, it asks for your confirmation. Select the confirm box and then click on shut down. So right now our TrueNAS VM is shutting down, and once it is shut down, we need to go to the TrueNAS device and then click on edit virtual machine settings and select another network adapter from the add hardware wizard. So you select the network adapter, click on finish, and here from our LAN segments, I'm going to select this storage 2 for to be configured as a secondary adapter for our TrueNAS device. So you can see storage 1 storage 1 belongs to the first network 10.1.1.1, and the storage 2 belongs to the 10.2.2. network. So I hit on OK. Once I hit on OK, I can again click on power on this virtual machine, and this lets the virtual machine power on. Once the virtual machine powers on, I need to again go back to my workstation device from where I'm browsing the UI. So let it come up, then we'll go to the workstation. So here it is up, as you can see right now. There is no, it does not show the interface uh, that we added. So let me select the first option, configuring the network interface, and it now shows the two interfaces. So I already have the interface 1 connected and has an IP address assigned to it of 10.1.1.15. So I'm giving it the interface name as 2, and it asks me if I want to remove the current network setting because it does not have any current network setting. So I just select no. It wants me to configure the DHCP setting, and I don't want the DHCP setting to be configured, so I'm selecting no again. And here it gives me an option to configure the IPv4 network. So let me select yes and hit enter. And now it's asking me for the interface name again, and the interface name is EM1, as you can see up there when it gives us the choices. So I give it the internet interface name and hit enter, and now it's asking me to provide the IP address. So the IP address that I'm going to provide, this one, is from the second storage network, so IP subnet range, that is 10.2.2.15 with a subnet mask of 24, and it wants me to configure the IPv6. I don't have an IPv6 network, so I'm selecting no as an option, and then I hit enter. And now you can see we have two IP addresses showing as HTTP and HTTPS. So now we are configured from the command line portion of it. We need to go back to our admin workstation from where we will be configuring the rest of the settings on TrueNAS device. So let's go back to that. I'm selecting then workstation 1, and now I open my TrueNAS, my Edge browser, and browse the TrueNAS device with the IP address of 10.1.1.15. As soon as I hit that in the browser, I get the option to put the credentials. And once I provide the credentials, I should be able to connect. Yeah, so from here, now it's the time to configure some of the most common and basic settings that we require in order for our TrueNAS device to work correctly. So I go to the network settings. Under network settings, I go to the global configuration, and from global configuration, I am going to provide some of the most basic settings that it requires to function correctly. So right now it asks me for the host name, and as per our naming conventions, the TrueNAS 1 is going to be TrueNAS 01. The domain name, as we all know, is starkindustries.com. It's asking me to provide the DNS server name. So here I am going to provide the DNS server name as 192.168.1.5. And another DNS that we discussed about we'll be going to configure in the next chapter is 1.4. So here we have provided the settings that it requires. We don't need to configure the default gateway. And now I hit save here. Let me check what I've done wrong. So sorry, it needs to be 4 actually. That's why it is complaining. 1.4. So I select save after correcting the message, and now it has saved the settings. Let's check what all other settings do we need to take care of. So we now see the two network adapter. The network summary shows up with the two network adapter and the DNS configuration. The interfaces shows up correctly. The static routes, we don't require any right now. In a storage pool, there is nothing to be configured. The disk we have. Let's go back to check the system settings for general. So in general, it gives us these settings here that we need to configure. So we can select the time zone, and the time zone is in a standard IST time zone, so we need to select it appropriately. Let me browse it to Asia and then select the settings from there. Bear with me for a moment. So here we have the IST time zone settings done. So let me select save. For NTP server, let's delete the default NTP servers and provide the NTP server as our domain controller. Delete it and delete it again. Confirm and delete and add our DNS server 192.168.1.5 and click submit. So let's see what do we get any other message. So I've selected the option first. We'll check if it's able to configure it. Yeah, it's able to configure it. And then we go to the advanced. Let's check if there is any setting that we need to configure. We don't need any settings to be configured here. NTP is done. Boot, no need to do anything here. And the rest of the settings looks okay. So let me just log out from here and log in again. So I'm logging out, and now I'm going to log in again and see if it has taken the effect. Storage 2. So after configuring some of the rules on my firewall, as you can see here, you can take a screenshot if you want to configure the firewall in the same manner that I have configured. So you can see the rules are identical on storage 1 and storage 2 networks. So you can take these rules and configure on your network as well. And then you should be able to configure the NTP server settings without any errors. So once these settings are configured, I think our storage, you know, storage settings, the TrueNAS settings are configured correctly now. And now we should be able to configure the iSCSI targets on this TrueNAS storage device. So in order to keep the video short, I'm stopping here, and you just practice and let me know in case you face any issue while configuring your TrueNAS device or pfSense firewall by leaving your comments, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible to help you out with your firewall and TrueNAS configuration. Well, thank you so much for your support, for watching my videos. And if you think I'm doing a good job, in that case, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel and share with your colleagues as well. Thank you, and you have a great day. Bye bye.